I mean, the very, very inspiring pronouncement of a Ghana beyond aid resonates clearly in almost every African country that we have the resources, we have the people. Why do we depend on aid to grow our economies? It just doesn't make sense. So President Akufo-Addo, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, came and said, no, we need to change this narration. And so all through this period that he's been president, he has built an architecture of transformation. First, starting with free SHS. People think that it's just a populist thing. No, it's not. Can you imagine what will happen in 5 to 10 years now? The minimum education of the average Ghanaian will be high school education. It didn't exist like that before. Prior to that, every year, 100,000 school kids fell off the line at JHS at the ages of 10, 13, and they had no recourse to any further education because either they couldn't afford it, or two, they just didn't have access because there were no remedials for them to go back. But if we have this senior high school thing, at least when you get to the end, you are better qualified, you leave school at a much more responsible age, 18, 19. You may either go on to university, you may go to a technical school, or at least you can make more structured decisions concerning your life. It is extremely important. If you look at almost every country that had made that quantum leap or step up in development, it's because they focus first on education. For lack of knowledge, my people perish, and reach them with knowledge, and they grow, they thrive. But that's just one. The second thing is, we do recognize that the economies that we've had in the past decades, since post-independence, where we are just exporting our raw materials and not adding value to them, have not in any way been able to grow our economies in a sustainable way. And perhaps the policies we had were also not helpful. So a new policy comes and says, okay, how about starting to industrialize with a one district, one factory? That means every district, the 261 districts in this country, must have at least one factory. It started like that. In 2, 5, 4, 6, 10 years, it may be 20 factories in each district. It may be 50, it may be 100. And before you realize, under your own eyes, you have an industrialized country where we are adding value to almost all our resources. That is the direction in which the country wants to go. But it's just not that.